Hello, hello, hello. So this is the first video that I am going to be uploading on this channel. Sonya is sewing. I'm Sonya. Okay. We are in my sewing room. I don't know how much to put into this video. This isn't my first time on YouTube. I actually had a channel like over a decade ago that was based specifically on weight loss, and then it kind of tapered off and it was like vlogging, and then I did some reactions to Love is Blind, which was really fun, but they got a little more attention than anything else, and I've been kind of frozen, and I'll talk about that like in another setting. This is sewing. I like to quilt, and I get into a little bit of other sewing, but really quilting is where I'm at. I started doing it several years ago. I think 2018, when 2020 I turned 40, and my wife gave me my first like real sewing machine. It wasn't like anything crazy, but it was like a nice sewing machine for my 40th birthday. And I started using that, and now I'm into vintage machines, and I again will tell you that whole story, but this is an introduction video, and we are sitting in my sewing room because I have a sewing room now. We recently moved, recently being like in the last 6 months, moved to Kentucky from Louisiana, lifelong, always there, to Kentucky. And in the Kentucky house, I have a sewing room. So that's a 301, and it's actually gonna be going off to get worked on. But anyway, so this is my sewing room. This is what I'm doing. This is like my passion. I'm creative and artistic. I like to paint, I like to write, I like to draw, but I really love to sew. And right now, this year, I am really gonna try to get a lot going on and like a lot of things done. Finding my way, making more artistic like art pieces as along with like functional quilts. These aren't really gonna be, that I know of right now, tutorials. They're more like, this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm doing it. There will be probably other much more experienced people, and I get it. In fact, that right there, which is going to be the first project I'm really like concentrating on. I don't think it's going to be the first project I finish because I have a lot to do on it, but I did get all the blocks done last year. That was the block of the month that Darlene Michaud did. She's on YouTube. I fucking love her because the F-bomb, she drops it, and I do too. Also, she's got this real like, it's gonna be effed up, so just do it. Like, so what? We all make mistakes. And really, when I was going from like really trying to figure things out to like getting into it, I was frozen on that step of like, I'm not gonna do it perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I tell everybody that now. If you are talking to me about getting into quilting, I'm gonna be like, just do it. It does not need to be perfect. In fact, all of those imperfections will go away when you wash it and it crinkles beautifully, right? So that's where we're at. I like to kind of figure things out, even though I think that like there's definitely a place for like knowing what you're doing, but like I just kind of do. So that's what I do. I just gotta figure it out. And I look at a couple of videos, but I don't have the best attention span. I am a multiple times like diagnosed attention deficit person. And through the last couple of years, I have found out that I'm probably also autistic, which again, another video. Yeah, so that's where we're at, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm just working to try to meet the creativity goals, the spiritual goals, and the health goals that I have this year. So that's where I'm at. I am hoping that there are others out there. I know there's a lot of quilting channels, but I'm not talking about like the big ones. I'm talking about like the community. I'm really looking for community. A decade ago when I was losing weight, I met some of the best people, and I absolutely have lifelong friends that I have kept in touch with, that I have met in person, some that I haven't, but I still consider like just dear loves of my life. And so I'm hoping to like connect with my community, and hopefully we'll just kind of bang on and have a good time. The other thing I do want to mention is I'm doing this new thing. Like when I left my other channel, because I kept trying to go back to it and kind of do what I was doing, and I felt very disconnected. And then because of the reaction channels being like, is this not going to be a reaction channel anymore? Like because of the reaction videos, I had people being like, is this not a reaction channel anymore? And I do want to talk about Love is Blind and other reality shows. I love trash reality shows, and also not so trash ones, but it felt like this pressure, and I don't know, it just felt weird, and I didn't enjoy it. Like I did, but I didn't. Like it felt like a pressure instead of just like us getting together, kikiing and talking trash, right? So I do plan on doing that. That channel I think is Little Fat Me, still like in the URL, and I think that it's called Supernaturally Sagittarius. But I will have a vlog channel. So I'm moving my sewing, which is like the main stuff, to one channel. Sonya is Sewing, that's where we're at. And then I'm gonna take Sonya is Strange and just do like life stuff and vlogs in different playlists, probably. Just a mashup of all the bullshit that I get into, right? So anyway, that's where I'm at. If you're interested in like whole life vlogs, that's where it's gonna be. I'm gonna be talking about my New Year's goals, some like major fitness and life goals, having to do with like my hip and my hip replacement. And yeah, that's it. But this is sewing. And that is the block of the month for Darlene Michaud. I actually like, so these mini blocks she kind of gave us in, so towards, I think all of these were done, most of these were done as like one video, and then she kind of switched her format and started to give like individuals or whatever. But I followed all of her instructions for the most part. I'll go into like more detail about which ones I changed up and why. But anyway, that's going to be my first project and probably the first couple of videos. All right, this is my introduction. If you are part of the quilting community, or if you're not, then please, if you're interested, follow along, comment. I love interaction. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.